Let's Talk TV. Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Talk TV. Tonight I am so grateful and thankful that you're watching, that you intentionally took out this time. You know, I want to tell you, thank you so much for telling your friends and your family and your coworkers and your neighbors about Let's Talk TV. Thank you so much. I am grateful to the Lord for this platform that He's given us. I'm also grateful once again that you consciously decided to watch this evening, Let's Talk TV. Guess what? We've got a great program for you tonight, a great program. I just want to let you know that on Let's Talk TV, there is no subject that is off limits. We talk about everything from A to Z. We're going to talk about life's challenges on Let's Talk, and there are many, many challenges with the intent to guide you to the answer, what we truly believe is the answer. So, once again, this is a brand new season for Let's Talk, brand new set, as you can see, and also, we did this for you because you deserve it. We're going to have guests on Let's Talk TV from different areas, different areas of expertise to give you and I an up-close and personal view from their perspective. So I'm excited about that. I can't wait for the first guest to come on and talk to us. Also, in the near future, we're going to have a segment towards the end of the program where you'll be able to answer trivia questions. Oh yeah, trivia questions. So look for that, because we're going to have some really great prizes to give to those who are winners. Also, you'll have an opportunity to email and text your questions and comments to us. We want to hear from you here at Let's Talk TV, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's indifferent, whether you just want to say thank you for it. Whatever it is, I encourage you. I want you. As a matter of fact, I need you to email and text us during the show, okay? And who knows, whatever it is that you have to text us or email us, that may be a topic on a future show. So make sure you do that. Once again, thank you so much for telling your friends and your family and coworkers and neighbors about Let's Talk TV. I'm ready to get into tonight's subject. Are you ready? I hear you. Amen. So tonight we're going to talk about hope. We're going to talk about hope. Yeah, hope. I think it's desperately needed right now, today, in the culture, right now in the world, when things are looking so bleak, if you will. There are a few people who will agree with me that humanity, quite frankly, doesn't have any hope. Yeah, some people have that mindset. Some people have that outlook. Some people will say that we've digressed to the point where there is little or no recovery even possible for humanity. Wow, that seems extreme, but again, you know, folks are looking at what's happening in the world and the behavior of humanity, and that's what they surmise, that's what they're assessing, that's what the conclusion that they're coming up with. They're saying that we've even reached the point that there may even perhaps no return for some people. Wow. That is really a closed book, if you will, on humanity, you know, and that also humanity has become morally corrupt, and each day that goes by, it becomes even more and more depraved, and that people are also saying that the condition of humanity is like just terrible, like that's it. There's no more hope for humanity. So I have a question for you. Is the condition of humanity that bad? Is it really that bad? Is it really that serious? Or is it just, you know, just some talking heads who have nothing else to talk about, or who want to paint a picture, if you will, of doom and gloom, and in essence humanity is doing quite well? You know, or is it just maybe perhaps just a sinister plot or a plan to lead humanity into spiritual and emotional turmoil? What do you think about that? What do you think that's happening right now in the world? What do you think that's happening amongst humanity? Do you think that there's a depravity that's going on right now that we'll never be able to recover to? Do you think that it's possible that we're plunging ourselves even further and further into moral corruption? What do you have to say about it? What's your thoughts about this? You know, because we have one camp that says this and another camp that says that. I just want to thank you. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you coming, and I appreciate you taking the time and watching Let's Talk TV. What is it a carefully devised scheme to control the hearts and minds of humanity? Is it the intent to bring us to a place of submission and conclude that there is no hope for the masses? Are we just to give way to the prophets of doom and the prophets of no hope, and those people who say that, well, you know, as far as humanity is concerned, we're just going to close the book on them? Is that what's going on? Here's another question. Are we doomed? Are we finished? Is that it for us? I have another question for you. What is to become of man? Is man's end just that's it? Does man just continue to become more and more vile and more evil and more wicked and more disobedient and more rebellious? And do we not even care anymore about having respect for another human being, regardless of ethnicity or regardless of economic status? Are we just in a place where we're just, for lack of a better term, just wild animals, just running amok, and whatever happens, happens? Is that what's happening with us? Let me ask you this. Not only was what is to become of man, but what are we going to do about it if that's the case? What are you and I supposed to do? Not only what are we supposed to do, but what can you and I do about this? And are you concerned? Are you concerned about the direction that humanity is going in? Are you seeing in your mind's eye and your physical eyes and in your ears? Are you seeing and are you hearing that there's no hope for us? Do you believe that? Do you believe that there's no hope for us? Do you believe that we're just plunging further into dissipation and that's just going to be the history of mankind? Think about that for a minute, because that's important. That's something that you and I need to consider, especially in lieu of what we're seeing and what we're hearing. So here's a question. What happens when you receive a sobering diagnosis from the doctor? What is your initial reaction? Are you, all of a sudden, you're in your spirit, you're deflated, and you see and you start to believe that there's no hope for you? What about your spouse not wanting to honor the marriage vows any longer? How does that make you feel? Do you begin to feel as though everything has come crashing down? And not only has it come crashing down, but there's little to no hope? All of these are situations in our life that seem hopeless. I mean, think about it. You've been married 10, 15, 20 years, and then all of a sudden, your spouse doesn't want to be married any longer. Or you receive a diagnosis from your physician, from your family doctor, someone that you've known for a long time. You've gotten checkups all the time and gone to him, and your children have. And then all of a sudden, the diagnosis that you receive is one in which is not good. How does that make you feel? What about the loss of income because of downsizing? And many people are going through that and experiencing that right this very moment, right now. How does that make you feel? What do you start thinking about? What do you start being concerned about? What do you start worrying about, if you will? And all these thoughts that run through your mind and your emotions and everything. What happens? Well, let me give you the definition of hope. Hope means to cherish a desire with anticipation. To want something to happen or to be true. To expect with confidence. Someone might say, when you're faced with facts, there's nothing else to go on. There's nothing left to do. Let me say that again. Someone might say, you might even say it yourself, when you're faced with facts, there's nothing else to go on. There's nothing left to do. So, if there is no chance of hope, if hope does not exist, then death and destruction reign, sickness, disease, and poverty and hatred rule. Oh, that was good. I gotta say that again. You gotta hear this. When you're faced with facts, there's nothing else to go on. There's nothing left to do. So, if there is no chance of hope, if hope does not exist, then death and destruction reign. Sickness, disease, poverty, hatred, and lack, they rule. Well, let me just tell you this. This is important. While there's no denial of facts, I'm not going to tell you here this evening that, well, you can't really look at the facts. No, facts are facts, right? All right, it's a fact right now that I'm talking to you. That's a fact. You would be foolish to deny that. You would be foolish to deny the facts. But having said that, there is one who supersedes fact. Say, okay, well, wait a minute. I don't get it. I don't get this. What are you talking about? Supersedes facts. I mean, everybody deals in facts. Everybody looks at facts. And how can you say you don't deny facts, but there is one who supersedes facts? We're talking about hope. And hope is an anticipation of something happening. Hope is something that I desire to happen at a later time. And what we're saying here is you have the hard facts to deal with. You have the hard facts to contend with. You have hard facts that have been presented to you in your life, whatever situation that might be. What I'm saying to you this evening is this. You may have the facts presented to you, but there is one who supersedes the fact that you can take your hope and trust in. Wow. Is that true? I'm telling you, that is absolutely true. There is someone in your corner who is greater than, listen to this, greater than what your eyes, your physical eyes can see, what your ears hear, and what your hands touch. You say, okay, well, wait a minute. How can you say that? That doesn't make sense. Exactly. It's not supposed to make sense. Hope doesn't make sense. But hope is true. Let me say that to you one more time. There is someone who is in your corner, right? Who cares deeply about you, who is greater than the facts. Now, your eyes don't deny facts, your ears don't deny facts, and your hands don't deny facts. But again, there is someone who's greater than what you see, what you hear, and what you touch. Greater than your senses. You say, okay, well, wait a minute. I'm supposed to, don't I live in a realm where my senses are important, where they tell me certain things, where they tell me the story of life? Yes. Nobody's questioning that. Nobody's denying that. But what I'm saying to you is, there's one greater than all of that. Contrary to popular belief, in a seemingly hopeless situation, there is always hope. Let me say it again. Contrary to popular belief, in a seemingly hopeless situation, there is always hope. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for taking time out tonight to watch Let's Talk TV. And so, you say there's always hope. Yeah, always. There is always hope. How can I say that? Because, listen close. My hope, right? My hope is not in a person, a thing, or an event. Hello? My hope is not placed in a person, a thing, or an event. Person, things, and events will always fail you. Okay? You have to understand that. That's important. Person, things, and events